First of all, guys, I was gonna do this video different. I was gonna record footage, but I felt like I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna get no hit with no copyrights. But I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick about Shudder. And apparently, recently I just watched some stuff on Shudder, and I realized that the internet connection, because they have updated the stuff on here, as you can see. I have the last drive-in right here. And basically, this is kind of like a somber video. A somber in the sense that, like, literally the reason I subscribed to Shudder was because of this show. For me, being an '80s baby, and I first got introduced to Joe Bob Briggs with Monster Vision, and Monster Vision was that show that had a lot of awesome horror movies. I remember Night of the Living Dead, the one that was done by Tom Savini. I remember a lot of movies that I watched back then, and Joe Bob Briggs was that catalyst. He brought a lot of obscure movies to me as well. And that being said, man, basically with the last drive-in when he came back in 2018, I originally was just kind of doing stuff. Now for me, I know I go on apps where I could watch movies for free and all that stuff. But eventually, I just like, man, fuck that. I'm finna go and get Shudder, and I knew about Shudder for years. And Shudder for me was like, I love horror movies, but with Joe Bob Briggs' last drive-in, it was something that pushed me toward wanting to get the app and wanting to watch it. And even though I had issues with my computer not being able to play, I was able to watch it on my TV and, of course, and my Xbox and this and that. But man, now knowing that, like, literally, this is the last season basically of the show, and I feel like it's fucked up, but it is what it is. I mean, people have to live their lives, and I feel like giving you the chance to be able to watch Joe Bob do what he does, which is entertain a lot of people, the mutants, the mutant family, if you will, blood, beast, and boobs, if you will, blood, beast. But it's it's to me, it's complimentary. I love Darcy the Mail Girl or Diana Prince, if you guys know, and I think you do. But it's so cool that I got a chance to really be around watching the content that was put out for all 7 seasons. Is I think that Joe Bob is of course legendary. He's Joe Bob Briggs, man. And I remember when I was a little juxter, well, in my teens or just becoming a teen, I used to watch Monster Vision so much, and it was like every Saturday on TNT. I would watch Monster Vision, and I have to say, like, those were some enjoyable times of my youth. And they're going to do 4 specials for this year, so it's not like he's not going to be doing any content. But man, Shudder, man, you're going to be missing this because don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed watching stuff on Shudder. I loved Late Night with the Devil. I loved Influencers. It's a bunch of Shudder movies that I've watched that I was thoroughly entertained with. But man, Joe Bob, the last drive-in was like the connection that I watched the most. And yeah, man, I just want to say, look, everybody has to do their thing, and I respect the fact that Joe Bob wants to do his thing. Um, Darcy, the mail girl, fine as fuck. But yeah, we'll just say, man, I loved watching Joe Bob's Last Drive-In, and I think it was one of those shows that if you hadn't seen it, they got the seasons on Shudder, so watch it. But yeah, Joe Bob, 100, love you, man. But this is Jugget 82 signing off. You guys have a good one.